If you are going to think that the constitution document is going to provide you a good husband or a wife, it is not happening. They can provide you good alimony. And this is the land where law and justice used to be instant, and it used to be so effective that this was the only civilization which was the least crime people. We seem to have learned to celebrate those models, not just by insulting what was ours, but taking pride in insulting what was ours. You clearly understand traces of what is lost in this city. 2000 lakes. 2000 lakes, and these were interconnected lakes. The other day I was talking to some of the builders, architects and designers in Gujarat, and I was like, भाई तुम पार्किंग के लिए कार का स्पेस दे रहे हो, why can't you give a गौ माता per flat? Before we begin with what kind of what we call as the Sanatan economics model, we need to discuss about what all things have happened with this country, unfortunately, in the name of borrowing the templates from foreign nations, despite knowing it that the level of state advancement which our ancestors had achieved, that we not just chose to ignore what they had achieved, we pushed the entire generations of people into adopting formats and designs which were ill-defined, ill-destined, and imposed not just on our people, but we seem to have learned to celebrate those models, not just by insulting what was ours, but taking pride in insulting what was ours. So that's altogether another level of colonization. Well, the British might have left in 1947. Those formats still continue to colonize the people. So much so that any new theories that come up in any domains come up with the same traces of colonization over and over again. In the last 2 days, what I've seen of Bangalore, even in the previous visit, and what I see people talking about the city, you clearly understand traces of what is lost in this city. I just now came to know 2000 lakes. 2000 lakes, and these were interconnected lakes. And the city never had any kind of a water related matter. Now, when you go to the root of this, you'll come to know an entire bunch and generation of architects and design people. You imagine the amount of colonization that they would have had, that instead of looking at what our temperature is, what our climate is, what the water flows are, what the animals need, what the birds need, where will our food supply come from, without calculating any of these. They just simply cut, copy, pasted straight buildings and imposed onto the city. And when they face the outcome of this, what I call as an Abrahamic economic model, when they face the outcome, an entire gang of climate activists will come up. अब बहुत ग्लोबल वार्मिंग हो गया है, बहुत क्लाइमेट पोल्यूट हो रहा है. Then an entire gang of animal rights activists will come up. Then an entire gang of food related activists will come up. So when you see these dissections of how capitalism has influenced the way we operate, and when the effects of this extreme capitalism trickle down to our life, then the entire gangs of communism will come up as a victim of this extreme capitalism. While we completely ignore the Sanatan economics model of how we should be going about with our things. So when you build something, when our ancestors built something, what were the calculations they were doing? From astrology to the Vedic science, Vastu Shastra, making it sure that any kind of human activity that we do does not harm any of the natural flows, be it of water, be it of food supply, be it of mineral supply, be it animal kingdom, all kinds of living beings. And then we plant something for ourselves. That is the Sanatan economics model of architecture. That all that nature has provided to us, all those elements have to work in favor of us without us damaging or injuring them. This is the Sanatan economics model. Now, what is the kind of architecture? What we are doing is, despite the fact that we do not have any sunlight issue, we are just copy pasting those glass buildings. And when you enter those glass buildings, very surprising, it's completely AC. But it's locked from every side. These buildings are locked, choked from every single side. And then there are all kinds of patients coming out of it, with different kinds of issues. And an entire industry built out of those mental health and physical health patients. After keeping yourself stuck within completely closed buildings for 10 hours a day, and then you are surprised why you are a patient. There's no ventilation of air, no ventilation, no sunlight, nothing. So when you see this things happening, this is just about architecture. You think about the domain of law. And people would agree what is happening with the judiciary in the country. In fact, what judiciary is doing with the country, to be precise. Instead of country doing to the judiciary, what judiciary is doing to the country. And this is the land where law and justice used to be instant. And it used to be so effective that this was the only civilization which was the least crime people. Not just because of dharma, but also the way that justice was being delivered with that ancient Bharat model. And those used to be people who were groomed right from young age with those dharmic values. right? No amount of technology, no amount of education can solve the matter of crimes. Because unless and until the human being is built with those dharmic values, there will be misuse of all kinds of power that people get. So it is the prime responsibility of this country to see to it that we maintain the ancient Bharat parenting model. And I've been speaking on and off on my videos about how parenting should be. And it is very surprising with the kind of concepts that are running among the youngsters, especially when you see those Instagram reels. What kind of future this country has with this kind of parenting that is to come. Imagine girls making this kind of Instagram reels just for views tomorrow when her children are going to see those reels. What do you think will be the outcome? In the name of whatever the freedom that you talk about, you imagine Chhatrapati Shivaji or Rani Lakshmi Bai watching this generation's Instagram reels. Just imagine. He'll take out his sword. And he will wonder, should he even fight the invaders? This is the level of freedoms that people want to enjoy in the next generation, where the parents are totally clueless where their children are. And some of them have no clue whether they want to have children, don't want to have children, what exactly they want to do. They want to live with a dog or a cat. Because the poor thing cannot speak your language. You're not bound by any law. You got the money, you bought the animal. You feel you will feed it when you like. You lock the animal when you like. Just because you got money to buy it. You got money to buy a living animal. Because you're not able to do with humans anymore. Because he speaks your language. Well, if that is the only issue which is stopping the sustainability of marriages, then I have to suggest Russian girls or Japanese girls if language is the issue. समझ में आ रहा है language? If that is the problem why marriages are not continuing, let's bring someone who doesn't know your language. आधा टाइम लैंग्वेज समझने में जाएगा तो मैटर प्रॉब्लम नहीं. There is no problem. ठीक है, पहले तो लैंग्वेज ही डिकोड करते रहेंगे आधे टाइम. फाइटिंग का स्कोप ही नहीं. बेटर देन अ डॉग एंड अ कैट. So when we talk about building a society over a Sanatan economics model, and by the way, the gift that I've got, Gaumata. The other day I was talking to some of the builders, architects and designers in Gujarat, and I was like, भाई तुम पार्किंग के लिए कार का स्पेस दे रहे हो, why can't you give a Gaumata per flat? What's the problem? In any which case, the amount of milk that is consumed in this country every day and the amount of milk that is actually produced. What do you think what you are consuming? If you go to a vendor in any of the city, the amount of cheese he is putting on it, and if you take out the cost of the product and the cost of the cheese, you can realize what you are eating. Right? And if this goes on like this, I'm very confident that the builders will have to give one Gau Mata with a flat. There will be no other option. So when we talk about building a Sanatan economics model, we need to come back to a sustainable lifestyle. Not a lifestyle of blind spending. And yesterday there was Prime Minister's speech, indirectly maybe answering the fellow in the White House who's gone totally nuts. So what he's saying is, start consuming Make in India. And this is not the first time. The last visit he had in Gujarat, all three speeches he was very clear, buy only Indian stuff. And this time he has mentioned that the world economy is in a problem. This is the first time he is mentioning it clearly, that the world economy is in shambles. Please prefer Make in India products. It is very clear the direction in which the world economy is going, the kind of disorder. The countries are going to behave haphazard. Because the leader of the world, so-called leader of the world, themselves have no clue what they are going to do. You imagine what the rest of the countries of the world are going to do with respect to their trade policies when this disruption begins. And here in this city, the immediate implication, I was talking to some people yesterday, the city will start breathing at least when these people go back to their original locations, especially the IT sector. Immediate implication with the real estate in the city. And thankfully so, when people realize that this concept of a savings-based lifestyle, because as I keep on saying, Bharat is the only country which is saying that you are the soul and body is just a vehicle, which means you have life cycles. This is the only country which is saying this. While the rest of the world is saying you are the body, soul is just a vehicle. They all are talking about one life concept, which is why their economic models are consumption and spending based, whereas our economic model is purely savings based lifestyle. Because we are going to take care of at least two generations, the previous generation and the next generation. They do not believe in any kind of relationships. Let me put it very brutally. They do not believe in any kind of relationships. That is how they have designed the structure of their law as well. If I am to give you an example of how law is being weaponized in this Abrahamic economics model, they do not care about your relationships or what the implication of law is going to be after that verdict is being given. If you are going to think that the constitution document is going to provide you a good husband or a wife, it is not happening. They can provide you good alimony. That itself is becoming a model, by the way. So the law is designed in a way where you can only get compensation. Your rights are already snatched from you. The incident has already happened. The police, the judiciary, the state, the constitution can only give you compensation. The fundamental flaw with this document that it is mentioning rights. And people have assumed that when crisis will knock their doors, especially the single woman, the glass ceiling todne wala woman section, they think that the state will come to rescue. Like, really? Why it is so important that we stand surviving today is because all our great grandmothers had to do Balika Vadu to keep us surviving today. They had to go through Balika Vadu so that you and me are able to breathe today. And why do they have to do Balika Vadu? To face those Islamic invasions? Because their mothers did not give the right number of birth rates that should be for their safety, which is why the next generation had to do Balika Vadu. Do you realize how much important the birth rates are? 95% of internal security is birth rates. Repeating again, 95% of the internal security of the nation is birth rates. No police is going to come door to door. They will come after the crisis. Why it is so important and wise for parents to ensure that their daughters are married in that particular age range. And if they are not, what are the consequences for their daughters in the future? And Balaji was, by the way, mentioning Sanjeev ji. So I should mention here that it's not like that somebody would read and that's why somebody would know what should happen. You got to understand that when we talk about the role of dharma in economics, that we have very few people. I was just discussing with sir that we have very few people, Guru Murthy ji, Sanjeev Sanyal, a little bit my contribution, and then you have Kanaga Sabhapati sir. Only 4, 5, 6 people you can count on fingers who talk about what the role of dharma in economics is. So this as a concept of Sanatan economics cannot be kept restricted to myself. Tomorrow Jaishankar ji will not be there. Tomorrow Sanjeev Sanyal would not be there. So what kind of institutional backup that we need to leave after we are going? It cannot be that only 4 and 5 people are going to talk like this, who are going to talk about what ancient Bharat used to be and how we put up a roadmap to achieve it. Which is why this formation of this group is so important, that not just that you trickle down this thought process across your family members and relatives. We want thousands of Ankit Shahs. We can't be restricting ourselves as a country कि मैंने कुछ thought डाला है बस ताली बजा दी. No, that cannot happen. We will require the next generation of students to do research on Sanatan economics to a point where they are going to bring even more better ideas than myself. That is the direction that we need to go, which is why the formation of this kind of community groups is so important. And each one of these big thinkers that we have in the country today, with a decolonized thought process, they need to have proper institutional backup which will generate this kind of thinkers over and over again across the century. And it is going to be your role to see to it that you transfer this thought process to the next generation, so that next generation does not fall into the same pit with a wrong GDP formula or a per capita index imposed on them from somebody coming from the West. We need a Bharat where youngsters go outside Bharat and bang the table and say, well, who are you to teach us? These are the concepts we've brought from Dharma.